Well, hello people, nice you joined again. Video 23. You're in for a treat this time, because I've not just got one photograph, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus another one. So what I'm going to do with this one is, it's mainly a walk up Attercliffe Road from, well, past the, where did we end on last time? Past Zion Lane, weren't it? So it's like coming out of Zion Lane onto Attercliffe Road, and it's heading up towards, I suppose, where Banners is, because Banners will kind of be the next one going, sort of thing. So yeah, bit of a treat. Treat you so much, you're so lucky. Anyway, before I do, I'd just like to say thanks to Attercliffe, Paul, my old mate. Excellent photographs you're sending me, mate. Really, really brilliant. Really, really appreciate it for them. The latest one you just sent me, the one inside the Rads. Thanks, mate. Fantastic. Can't believe there's trees growing inside it. In the Rads Club. I'll, if it's okay by you, I shall stick that on actually when I do the YouTube about the old Rads Club. So thanks, mate. And the one for W Pierpoint inside as well. I'm gonna bob that one on as well. So you're a star, mate. We'll all meet up when I come back. No problem. Anyway, with this one, the extra treat is you don't have to look at my ugly face, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop them on full screen, so as I talk through them, because there's not a lot to say really, it's mainly just, you know, up Attercliffe Road and certain shops that are still there, but I think they need to be recorded while they are still there, because I know there's a main development, I suppose, in the process of going on for Attercliffe, and I think they're going to revamp the whole lot, so if they do, then most of these are going to be gone. So anyway. So the first one we're going to start off with is, I'm just going to load this one up now, is, well, you'll recognise it because there's a few people have done it, it's W Pierpoint. It's the old greengrocers, so here it is in your screen now. Right, W Pierpoint. Can't really find much about this, as in when it was, you know, when it was built or when it was started. I know it was the Pierpoint family. I also read that, I think the father that owned it, ran it, I think he died in 1969, and shortly after that it closed. I remember speaking to my mum, and they remember that in the early 70s, I think it was, like 71 it was open, because my dad remembers going to it. So I'm doing a bit of shopping there. I did look at a few posts which thought that W Pierpoint, it was kind of connected to, well, they thought it might be connected to Pierpoint, which was the hangmen, the people, you know, that used to, I suppose, you know, do all the hangings and stuff in the, well, I suppose, was it 50s, 60s, 70s, something like that, or 40s, 50s, 60s, but apparently there's a slight different spelling. I've found no proof for that, so it would be interesting if anybody got any information or more information on this. But yeah, so W Pierpoint, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's absolutely unchanged. Nothing's, you know, it's just exactly the same as it was. You can see all the paint peeling off. I've got a few pictures of this off like Sheffield History and off www.flickr.com. If you type in Attercliffe, and there's a few pictures come up. There's some really nice ones of this, really sharp. I mean, they reckon that it's going to be demolished at some stage or soon. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. But it's quite fantastic at it. It's just kept the original, you know, it's just, well, it's just such lovely, deep, dark, original, old, worldy colours. And it'll be a shame when they do. I've also got a picture of it inside as well. I'll just bob that on now. That'll appear in your screen now. Right, that's a picture sent by my mate Attercliffe of what it's like actually inside. Obviously you can see all the sun's coming through the roof and on the daylight, so there's not much, I suppose, left of it. It's just an empty shell, but I'd like to go, when I come back, I'd like to go and take some photographs actually and preserve it for what it is, you know, before it's gone. So yeah, that was picture, well, the first picture anyway. So W Pierpoint, fantastic, oldie worldy looking building. Love more history about it. I'm hoping maybe I can find some. Right, so your second picture that's going to come up is this one, which is J. Dobson and Son Jewellers. I love this one. Same again, it's just so old, you know. I mean, I remember it when I was a kid, when I used to walk past it being there. I don't think it had shutters then, but you know, it's certainly the original sign. I mean, you can just see when it says the Attercliffe Jeweller, how it's sinking, you know, sinking down, you know, in the middle. I suppose with age, really. And the original door, original handle, you know, the alarm box outside, and a couple of red rings on each side of the sign as well. Old gold and silver boat. And as you can tell, I mean, this was in January that I went back, just to prove it. You can see the tinsel in the window. Do you know what, that tinsel reminds me of what we used to have on our tree, because it looks as though it's been hung up for year after year after year, and it's gone really thin and anorexic, like, you know, a stray dog's tail when it's been left out for ages. There's hardly any air in it at all, bless it. So yeah, next door to it as well. I don't know what this was. As you can see, it's in a really sad way. I mean, look at the red door, and with the piece of wood that they put over it, you know, to I suppose cover what used to be the window where the letterbox is. And you can see, you know, it's kind of just blackened all the way around it. I mean, there's a number on there which says 798, I think it is, and 800. So obviously it must have been two numbers or two shops put together. With the old window as well, the old window above it with the slats, you know, with all little square glass in, totally unchanged. Big board on the front, all rotting. You can see where all the damp is. Another one. I mean, I'm hoping that people actually go in and take photographs of these places, because I bet half of them ain't got toilets and baths and whatnot, and they must all be originally as they were, with all the original fixtures and fittings. And again, you know, we don't know how long they'll last, you know, when they'll get, you know, if they'll ever get knocked down again. But sorry, knocked down again. Come on, brain together. When they'll get knocked down. So yeah, I like on this one with the jewellers as well, how they've kind of bricked up the window and painted it all over white, but you can see where it's uncovered on the bricks, and the original, you know, bit of top on the windowsill like the one next door, you know, to show where the original window was. So yeah, it's cool, that one. I like that one. Right, so moving on again. Picture 3. Well, what can I say? What can I say? Hands up how many people have been in there. Yeah, your lying gets. Right, Attercliffe book, sale and exchange. Right, I wonder if that'd be, what would you reckon? Computing, well, not computing magazines, but kind of like electric magazines, train magazines maybe, about fishing, you know, that sort of kind of thing. Yeah, my arse. Attercliffe book, sales and exchange, now open. Never been in it, honest, I'm putting my hands up, but you can obviously know what it is. Always one of them places where people kind of look round, you know. I remember seeing this place, you know, when I suppose before we left, and you always get the people outside, and they always kind of have a sideways glance left and right before they walk in, just in case anybody sees them. Sales and exchange, can you imagine that? I mean, I suppose you could go in and buy them and whatnot. Can you imagine exchanging them? Yeah, I've got some magazines here, they're a bit stuck together, like, but I like, you know, to swap them for so-and-so. Yeah, right. And then moving swiftly on next door to that, if you look, Attercliffe book sales and exchange, and you've actually got Sheffield Auto Salvage as well. I mean, it looks as though it's not there anymore, because it looks as though it used to be, I suppose, through the inside where the backyard was. Obviously the backyard is not there anymore. Oh, well, if it is, the building's not there anymore. And next door to it, oh dear, sauna and massage. Well, I suppose you can always, you know, get a magazine and then go for relaxing massage while you read it, I suppose. It's a shame, isn't it, really? I mean, that's what Attercliffe's become when you look at it. It's all pubs, magazines, sauna and massage, and as you'll find out in some of the next videos, it's all plastic and latex underwear and stuff. But, well, I suppose if it's a thriving business, at least it keeps the, I suppose, economy in Attercliffe. Anyway, that was the first 3. Hope you like them. What I'll do is, right, that's it, picture's gone, back to me. Answer as usual. Right, what I'll do is I'll stop this because we're getting to 9 minutes, and we'll go on to video 2, and I'll load up some of the others. Thank you very much.